like this. I want to welcome you to Sunday Night Live. In case you're new to this channel and you want to stay on top of the crypto world, well then please hit like, smash, subscribe so that you can be notified every time we upload videos, so that you can, and this is really important to me, protect your wealth, preserve your wealth, and ultimately increase your wealth. My name is Nico Harachi, and I am the host of this little show. Yeah, but first things first. Okay, let's just have a quick look here at the level of market manipulation. It is Sunday night, right? So we are looking at the 15-minute chart, and we can see that Bitcoin is at 23,516, and we can see that Ethereum 1,700, 52 cents on the dollar for Cardano, and almost $9 for DOT, up 8%. So we can see Polkadot is actually finally connecting some dots. What we are, however, seeing here on the 15-minute chart, we can see that there was a big push here not long ago, right? We are seeing 4 big pushes. It looks a little bit different with Polkadot. Now that is interesting. When was this? This was 9 o'clock. It was like 4 hours my time, right? It goes up and goes down and it goes sideways. What was this? Was this just cleaning out the... Maybe this was just the market makers. But until now, we haven't really... I like Sunday evenings, and especially when we look at this weekly chart, because until now, we've been actually... we've been spot on, or the 7-day moving average on the weekly has been spot on. It really has helped a lot, to be quite honest. It has. I'm myself surprised, because in the beginning I thought, should I share this or not? It's so simple, but it is simple. What we're seeing here with Bitcoin, I do remember, until now, also, been right in analyzing it. A week ago, we went through, right? And I said probably this week here will be an up week. It's just a feeling, not that I had any kind of deeper thought about that, but we can see, and I still believe, what is next week going to be? I don't know. I really don't know. But I think as long as we stay above the 7-day moving average, it looks like we could... then it's more or less positive territory until it's gonna go but I don't know. It's difficult to say. If we look here at Ethereum, it's also the same, right? But a lot of people, they're talking about this third leg, and that would also it's more clear to see here on Ethereum than it is if we look at it on I was on Bitcoin. It's actually also 1, 2 and a third. And the third leg would basically take us down to around 11,000-12,000. What I have, that I have predicted just as a big mouth, right? As a big mouth, that's what I said. But I don't think it's going to go so quick. I think that's going to be more around November, maybe October, November. Hey, but that's not so far away, right? That's not so far away. Nevertheless, be careful, and really be careful. Because markets are playing tricks on everyone. But let's go in and see who is here today. Who is here of you lovely, sexy looking people? We got No Face. Good evening. We got Trikani. How are you doing? And we got my good friend Vax Fran, who's soon going to Disney World. And Dot is finally moving, isn't it? Check Filecoin, yes, we will. And we got Dusty Jaffa. How are you doing? The volume BTC weekly looks insane. No, that is true. That is really true. When we look, yes, and I like that you point that out, because it really does, right? There's a lot of volume here, as we see. It's amazing with so much volume that you haven't been able to push it higher. But so there's also some. Anyway, let's see where it's gonna take us. What else do we have here? And where's Dirty Cherry? She's not here. Anyway, let me just go here. So I know that I'm gonna do cryptocurrency portfolio. Besides the fact that it is Sunday, what am I gonna say about the coins that I have excluded. I'm going to exclude so many coins, right? So today I'm gonna be talking a little bit more. Talk is cheap, but sometimes it is valuable. So I don't have so many slides really to show you, but I do think that it is important, because where we are going right now is in the unknown. Usually when we do cryptocurrency portfolio, which we will do soon, I will show you my portfolio, but I'm really liquidating. I'm selling. I don't own anything, and I'm pretty happy. Everything, when I talk about a portfolio, it's Kitty's portfolio, right? And you need to do your own research. So what do we do? Well, first things probably, let me just think here, because I want to show you. Remember this, guys, right? Remember when we looked in and when we were going through the gaming coins? Probably remember. I mean, those I'm gonna keep because that is so little. That really doesn't matter, right? But I just want to show how much they have gone down and when it is important to look at them again. You see, I wanted to share this with you. For those of you who we're gonna talk about like a dual approach. If you got some money that you want to invest in high risk, very high reward, okay, then that's a good idea. This is not my philosophy, right? My philosophy is very defensive. I just want to show you, out of all these gaming coins, I've shown you this before, they are just down. We got in at the IGO level, right? And, they're all down, 75, 75, 63, 62, 64, 60, 75, 56, 79. I mean, these positions, they're so small that we're just going to keep them. But it's very funny when you look at a lot of these gaming coins where nobody knows. I mean, I'm not a gamer. Are they actually ever going to make it or not? But look at it, down 87, down 93, down 69. And these are all little coins that who knows what they're going to be or not be. And why am I saying this is because I want to take you to look at some of the big boys, right? If we look at the big boys, because it is all about quality over quantity. We look at the big boys, Bitcoin down 65, Ethereum down 65. We got Cardano down 82. We got Solana down 83, 83 to Polkadot, 90 to Doge. I mean, Doge is better than those gaming coins, even though I would not recommend Doge, right? What I want to point out is, and Bitcoin Cash down 96, Filecoin down 95%. I mean, we should talk more about Filecoin. I've talked about this before. Decentralized storage is coming because it's a necessity for the Web 3.0, and Filecoin is the biggest. It is the market leader. So, wouldn't you rather buy some of these big motherfuckers or an Aave down 84% than going and looking at shitcoins that are down? Some of them are not even down as much. I understand that the market cap is much smaller. What I'm trying to point out is I don't think that at the moment that you should be looking, we should not be looking at little shit coins. And what I really tend to, and how I'm also now rearranging Kitty's portfolio, is that I look very much at base layer. What is the base layer? Obviously, that's the blockchains, right? That's Bitcoin, that's Ethereum, that's Cardano, that's Solana, right? All the big boys. Maybe even layer 2. You could look at Polygon. You could look at some of those. But besides that, I keep it very, very simple, right? So these are the ones that we like: Polkadot, Solana, Kusama, Binance, Ethereum, and Cardano. And when I say that what we are really focusing on, it's these major blockchains, but as of now, really only on the first, you can't call it the first layer, but I like now to focus really on the main lending protocols, the main DEXs. Decentralized storage is even a little bit further down. I would almost categorize that as a risk investment. So I would be looking here really, and this is probably most likely is what you're going to see next week. We're getting rid of a lot. We're going to keep the main big players like Aave, Curve, Compound, Synthetics, Filecoin, Seacoin. Yeah, this is storage because I do believe, even though it could be, but we do believe in the future of the blockchain and the monetary system on the blockchain. Automated market makers, Uniswap, Chainlink, the main oracle, and of course an aggregator, 1inch, and engine. Why am I saying that, and which coins shouldn't you buy? Well, I guess first of all, what is important, and I guess you probably even know this, right? Now this article is twofold. We do know that the SEC, right? They have alleged that 9 cryptocurrencies, which was listed on Coinbase, they're really, they're going against them. So this full list, so these are for sure coins that you should not get into, right? AMP, Rally, Rary, what is it? DDX, XYO, LCX, Power Ledger. We were in Power Ledger, and DFX Finance and Chromatica. It's not so much about these coins. What it is really about, where we are at the moment, is that until we really have some regulatory clarity, it is actually for a defensive investor not wise to go too much into the market. This is really, really important. You see, there are also different times. First of all, sometimes, I run this little YouTube channel, and sometimes we need to, make good mood and talk about the trends, right? And there are trends when we're talking about the gaming. There are trends when we talk about the gaming launch pads. There are many trends, but right now, also you have to remember, Kitty, she lives off investing, right? And she pays me and she pays everything. So this is more of a bigger portfolio. This year, and I said it from the beginning, regulation is going to play a vital role. And as of now, we do not know really the difference between, or how the SEC is going to quantify commodity as a commodity, cryptocurrency as a commodity or as a security. What's going to happen with XRP? What's going to happen, down the line? We need, honestly, in order to really dedicate, we need clarity. We really need clarity. So it would be unwise. I wouldn't be, a stand-up serious guy if I would say, hey, buy this and buy that and buy this and buy that. So this is really cryptocurrency portfolio update. We need to see when and how regulation is going to come out. And by the way, I also want to, if some of you say, hey, fuck regulation, right? Why do we need that? Because, DeFi, right? It's decentralized, it's permissionless, it's trustless, it's censorship resistant, and it's quick like a Scylla, and it is scalable. Well, I need you all to ask yourself a question. How does the blockchain, how does the technology of cryptocurrency benefit your everyday? How does it bring you joy? I'm going to give you a second to think about that. Because let's be honest, and that's a good joy, the only joy that it brings us is that we make lots of money on the side, for the right pocket, for the left pocket, and the back pocket, right? But literally, it's not like it's not like the blockchain makes our day brighter and better. But there's hope. Our hope is that it will make us even more money. But in order to get mass adoption, it's not only a matter about the Web 3.0. In order to get mass adoption, in order for us and all the prices to increase, we need the CBDC. So as much as we like it and as much as we dislike it, or control and all of those things, but if we're not going to see the CBDC being rolled out, if we're not going to see governments around the world establishing a new monetary system, well then, what would our current cryptocurrency ecosystem, be? Nothing, right? So and I also don't want to go, I understand, that we don't like the CBDC, it's programmable and it's control mechanism and all that. But, right now we're also here to talk about making money and not about the philosophy about being uncontrolled. So the CBDC and rollout goes hand in hand with regulation. So that is why that I'm, as of now, think that it is wise to really take it easy and see what they're gonna come out with, and also what our sexy IMF and the World Bank and the Bank for International Settlements, they are going to come out with, let's say, guidelines that will be for the entire world, right? Just look at here, our good August. So however, what I've pointed this out before, as you can see here, I think you can see central bank CBDCs on the left, and then you can see down where it's green, that's where we're going to see the first main step of what's going to be important for, you know, for the future, or the future monetary system. And that is why I'm not pushing, but emphasizing that I do believe that it's going to be the big DeFi protocols like Maker, like Compound. I mean, even have Decentraland there. That, you know, I also, you know, that's gaming, but you know, it's there. Curve, Synthetic, Uniswap. You know, we talk, and that's why I keep emphasizing on them. I also don't think. Now let's have a look at. For that matter, of Compound, right? It's also down 90% or something. I am pretty based on what we have seen in the past. The DeFi protocols or tokens, they started the decline before the overall market, and I also think that they will start rising before the overall market. So I don't think that anyone is going to miss out by not participating in, let's say, the small cap coins. Some of them we refer to as shit coins. But keep away from shit coins. That's important. That is important. So what I just, maybe this is a little bit more interesting here. So you can see here, for example, just quickly, out of our Polkadot portfolio, I eliminated ChainX, I eliminated Ryu DeFi, I eliminated the Vinya commitment token, I will eliminate Konomi, Fala, Clover, and taking a lot of them out. But I will, you know, just let you know. And this is also because of some of these ChainX has been here, you know, it's been around for a while, right? But they're not really performing. They're not really doing something good. Davinia, they're supposed to be this awesome, you know, bridge, Ethereum, Polkadot. I don't believe that they're going to be the #1 bridge. And by the way, it's very difficult to identify which bridge is going to be the #1 bridge, right? There's going to be a lot of bridges. Which one is going to be #1? Do you want to bet on this now? I don't know. I don't. However, tomorrow we're going to talk about, and it's not that I don't want to talk about it today, but I want to talk about that tomorrow, is Acala. And I really love, you see, that's also when you want to look, if you want to identify true good coins, it is when you see that it is user-friendly, that things work, that it's scalable and quick, but that it really is continuously expanding their ecosystem and the things that you can do there. And Acala, from August the 4th, in 3 days, they're going to launch a new pool, Acala and AUSD, and there's going to be I think, very high yield reward. So you know, that's what we're going to participate in, and that's what I also like. I do believe that Acala is going to, for example, it's a DeFi coin, right? Going to play a big role in the future of finance. But then when you can combine it with stable coins, because it's important to have stable coins, until we're going to see what the regulation is really going to look like, that you can earn interest on your stable coins. Guys, I want to go to the chit chat and see, probably, this is not what you expected today. No, not Konomi. Affinity, I know, no face. I think that's my good friend Phil. I need to look more at Affinity. But we're really, yeah, you know, Konomi also, I want to say now regarding Konomi, perhaps it's going to be great. Perhaps, you know, the risk reward is also there, right? It is there. But it's also another thing I also have to say, I really don't have time to look at the 200 coins, right? So it's better to really scale it in. Let's say I don't touch any farming tokens where yield is higher than 10. Yeah, that's also, well, then you can, well, then then you will not be able to provide liquidity on Karura, right? And I do believe, I have faith in Karura, and I think I understand. Okay, No Face, he's pointing out something very, very important. There is no free lunch on Wall Street, right? That's one of the first things that you learn if you learn portfolio management. If it looks or seems too good, it probably is. Having said that, for example, that's what we're going to look at tomorrow with Acala. This is not going to be a long-term thing, right? So it is, sometimes it's like, it's a good offer, right? It's when you open up a restaurant, for the first 100 guests, there's going to be a special deal. And this is a little bit what it is. But of course, so long-term, no. I agree with you. Don't look above that. Putting anything which could break. Okay, so guys, let me see. I'm tired of being alone. Yeah, well, we're all alone. Naked HD as well. Okay, there's a guy here. Maybe we should, we got to ban him here. I put you in time. Okay, so Kahuna, hello from sunny California. The last thing I want to give with you, share with you before we end this wonderful Sunday is from the geopolitical corner. China is continuously, I couldn't find a more fresh piece of information, but they are continuously offloading their US treasuries, right? So this year, okay, now this was from July 18th. It's not so long ago. China holdings of US debt fall below 1 trillion for the first time since 2010. What is happening basically, and we don't need to look so much more at that, what is happening is that China, they are offloading their US treasuries, and they used to be the second, or perhaps they still are, the second largest holder of US foreign debt. You know that the biggest holder of US debt is the US government itself. But so what they're doing now slowly is that they're offloading. This is actually also bad from an economic point of view, but there are two aspects in this. So why are they doing that? Well, they really started doing that after the West. I would say they started, they actually froze Russia's foreign reserves. So China, they looked at that and thought, hey, maybe that can happen to us too, right? So we better start selling. That's one thing. And furthermore, they're offloading their US debt because that's only worth toilet paper, and they start buying, increasing, which they're not starting, which they've done for quite a while, gold. So, we have also, sometimes we talk about the SCO, right? The Shanghai Cooperation Organization, which is, an economic club. But it could actually be that China, or that the SCO will issue a new currency at some point. Perhaps a currency that will be backed by a basket of real commodities. And we know they have them, right? They got natural resources, they got gold. So I also think that you need to take this geopolitical aspect into your consideration. And that's all I got to say about that for today. So I know, well, we are living in interesting times. And there are enough other YouTube content providers that would look at, charts and technical analysis and tell you all that. I do try to give it to you from a different point of view. And I will also say, the way that I analyze it, maybe not so structured, and I talk slow and all them, things. But I have been successful. So, but anyway, thank you so much for being here. And I will do my best to, let's see, why dump it? No, you're right, Jay. I'm not dumping. I am consolidating until we get more clarity. You see, there's so many good coins. Listen, there's so many good coins out there, and I haven't excluded everyone. We're still gonna keep. I don't know how many we're gonna keep, but it's just, it can be that, you see, this regulatory environment can cause us a lot of volatility, and I don't think that we have seen the end of volatility. Now we're going to go down to 12,000. Is it only going to be a day? I don't know. But I think we are still going to see a volatile market that will bring us great buying opportunities. So it's not that, I mean, we will still keeping each other informed about what is good to hold. So that's it. I love you all so much. Thank you so much for being here. And yes, and yeah. And stay strong and enjoy the Sunday, and see you tomorrow. Another turbulent week. And that's bye-bye. Oh, I'm sorry, I saw a question that I maybe didn't answer. Am I taking out some of these positions with the loss? Yes, obviously I am. And that's a very, very good question. Oh, Samuel, how are you? So before we end, I just want to show you another thing. For example, if I sell, I mean, this is the way that I see it when I'm also consolidating, right? Now, for example, like if we look, I mean, I don't know about Konomi. You were asking specifically about Konomi, so let's go in and look at that. And I don't, you know, I'm not. Here we go. So we can see Konomi currently is as a market cap of 3 million. Of course, that gives huge potential. I mean, this is risk-reward ratio is obviously still there, right? But we can say that Konomi is down 99%. Okay, when it's down 99%, of course, this can probably generate, I don't know, 5,000% should it go up to its past all-time high. But let's be honest, we don't know if Konomi is really going to be the DeFi platform of tomorrow, right? So the way that I see it is, yes, I will sell Konomi with a loss, but I'll go in and get myself, instead of Konomi, and get Acala. And then look at Acala, for example, because I'm much more certain, or let's say confident, that Acala is going to be the DeFi platform of the Polkadot ecosystem. And we look at Acala, yes, it doesn't have 3 million market cap, it has 131 million, but it's still little compared to if we're going to see traditional inflows of capital, right? So if we also scroll down here, and we can see that Acala is down, I mean, that doesn't really matter, these numbers here, but it's down 90% there. So I feel much more secure, happy, safe if I can be exposed to a top tier coin, protocol, currency, as opposed to one where we're not 100% sure. And once we have certainty that regulation is in place, we know blockchain, cryptocurrency, full speed ahead, well, then there will be lots of other opportunities we can enter. And that's all I got to say about that. So I love you, and I'll see you tomorrow. And no more SEO. Let's just, I don't even know which motivational video you guys like or not. But don't quit. So let's look at that. Don't quit.